I used to be a really, really bad hombre. It's not fucking funny. There's a lot of people that will probably like, yo, that shit's not fucking funny. There's a lot of people who know me like, that shit's not funny, dude. But I'm only laughing because I used to be so absurd that all I can do is laugh about it. I mean, I've already went through my whole self-loathing phase, but I'm not like that anymore. But I used to be like, pretty violent dude. I still struggle with those feelings, but I'm not like I used to be, like no impulse. I had no impulse control, hyper violent. If it's up, it's up. And then, I was a manipulative guy, and I was kind of mean. Yeah, I was just, overall unkind. And I had a really good way of justifying all these things. I was also on a lot of drugs and shit like that. So I fancy myself kind of a intelligent guy. So I was always able to find like really good justifications for these things. And, everything has a cause and effect. But what I was doing that whole time was absolving myself of any responsibility, like the whole world does right now. And then one day I just had this moment where I was looking in the mirror and I was like, God damn, like, you're a piece of shit. And that's kind of why, like, you always feel a little bit sketchy, because you're a sketchy ass nigga, bro. Like, and then it started all coming to me, like, not even the major heinous transgressions and shit like that. Not even the irreversible mania, hyperviolence and shit like that. Not even that. Just the little shit. Just the down to the little spaz shit that I was even, in the way I communicate, in the way that I present myself to the rest of the world. The subconscious petty shit, just mean and mad. And it was all just coming to me one day, and I was like, damn, that fucking sucks. And then after I went through my whole self-loathing phase, then I was like, okay, well, let's be different. But I'd lived that way so long, I didn't even know, shit. What is different? Like, is it just being nice? Am I supposed to be nice now? Am I supposed to fucking, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be apologizing to people because that's not cracking? Because if we go down that wormhole, like I said before, everything has a cause and effect, and me being a piece of shit does not absolve you being a piece of shit. So my journey is an individual thing, and so then it was, you go back and forth, well, what does this look like? What does this new person look like? And then, so I just start doing the things that I thought nice people did. Like, I fucking, people who seem to be in better spirits all the time, or, even if it was fake, I was putting on the costume. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go hiking. People who hike seem to be on the up and up. And there's a longer, deeper story about how I initially started hiking, like the first hike I really went on. But as far as like hiking as a thing, this was like cognitive behavioral therapy. Like, I was gonna make myself do some shit like this, because I'm not really a nature person like that. Like, I like the beach because I'm from the beach, but other than that, like, I'm not really a nature guy. So anyway, I did that, and then I switched up my playlist. I didn't force myself to listen to music I didn't like, but I just forced myself to listen to a certain kind of music, and I took a certain kind of music out of the mix. Like, this is literally like I'm pulling a hard reset, as if I'm fucking writing a movie. And now I'm gonna write this movie how I think the main character would live his life if he was the type of person who didn't act how I acted, like a complete fucking maniac. You know what I mean? So we switched up the playlist. Bam. A podcast. Bam. Found one. On philosophy. And that was life-changing. I'll have a full episode on Philosophize This, because that was a life-changing thing. But anyways, there was a bunch of, my diet, I got sick, but the whole thing, I got caught up in I wrapped myself, not got caught up in, because I intentionally wrapped myself up in the culture of getting healthy. Even though I was forced to get healthy, I wrapped myself up in the culture of that because I was just trying to change what I had spent so long as. And like, you know what I'm saying? I really spent a lot of my life on some Doc Holliday shit. And the funny thing is, I learned that because I was in a situation where I didn't want to be bottom of the food chain. And so, like, it was pretty early on, but like that was learned behavior. I just took what I thought like a gangster should be doing, and then I just started doing that. But I wasn't born that way. Like, I was like a theater kid. So what's the point of me telling you all about me, you know what I'm saying, putting on this mask and just anything, a hard reset, just forcing myself to try to get better? The point is that that's accountability, man. The only way you can get better is through accountability. Today, I'm actually that person. I'm a much nicer person, just naturally. Like, I'm a much less aggressive. I'm still kind of aggressive. We working on it. It's a journey, not a destination and shit. But I said journey. That's terrible, nigga. But anyways, yeah. So I'm much less aggressive. I'm much less judgmental. I'm much less anxious. I'm a lot healthier. You should see my fucking body, as opposed to like when King Fantastic first got popular. I was a little chubby checker, man. When I got out of the pen, I was a chubby checker too. Thick ass motherfucker. I'm looking at a picture right now. Ugh. But anyways, you should see my shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm better. But I forced myself to do that. But I only forced myself to do that because I took a long, hard look at what I was. And then now I'm better. And the world has a better version of me. You know, I'm still me, but it's a much better, less fucking poisonous. It's like an exercise version. Where they've gotten the, you know, demon of an existential crisis out of me, you know, because that shit pushed me in really wild directions, man. Fuck. Oh God, some of the things. I don't owe anyone an apology because everybody who's ever been in my orbit has been fucking complicit, and they need to go on their own little stroll and fix themselves and shit like that. Me being a piece of shit does not absolve you of being a piece of shit. So I don't really offer any apologies for my behavior in the past, but I would like to just, you know, I realized it was probably tough dealing with me, man. It was tough being acquainted with me at a point. You know, you just never know. You know, you never know what's about to happen. And, you know, anyways. Marcus Aurelius said, be strict with yourself and tolerant of others. And that is accountability, man. And that's what the world doesn't have. That's what this society is so greatly lacking. We can see it in other people really easy. Easy as fuck. We can point out, analyze, understand bad behavior in another person, society, and, you know, culture, or whatever. As a whole, we can see it. But not when it comes to us. Like, we can't smell our own shit. it's everybody else's fault all the fucking time. When if we just worked on us, if we just worked on presenting the world the best version of us, then it would by default be a better world. Like, you know that you be out there doing some bullshit. Like if you had to sit down, I've said this before, if you had to sit down and interview yourself and you couldn't lie to yourself about your entire existence, all the things that you've done, the things that nobody's seen, you know, the things that only you and a few people know, the thoughts that you have, if you weren't able to lie right now, like you're fucking thinking back right now, those things right now, are you fucking proud? Would you let yourself into some sort of heaven? You know what I mean? If there was one. Not what you want, but based on fucking facts. Would you? Or would you send your ass straight to fucking hell for your thoughts and your actions in the dark? So, it's been all of us. Don't beat yourself up about it. I can help you skip that part. But you can't until you acknowledge it. You know what I mean? You can't get over anything until you acknowledge that you are fucking complicit in your own fucking demise. And your own demise is a fucking domino effect that causes the overall demise of society. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, like, I look at, let's just take America, because I'm American, and we look at somewhere that's under, let's just take somewhere that stereotypically we think is under some sort of oppressive regime. So we'll say China or something. And we'll say, oh, look at those violations, and look at these weird motherfuckers, and look at this, what they're doing. Oh my God, like, that's strange as fuck. Look at their nose. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But we never take into account that the rest of the world is looking at us and going, dude, do you see there are citizens on the streets with fucking guns? Like, they're bugging. They came out with guns over masks. Do you see their police have on military uniforms in the land of the free? Do you see that, like, they, like, fucking with a feather and a fever worship this whole, like, do you see what's happening over there? Do you see, like, all them fake asses? They're doing this silicone weird shit. Do you see all those black men with all that shiny crazy shit on, like millions of dollars with shiny shit, and do you, that shit's wild. What the fuck is happening like, you know what I'm saying? Shit that's completely fucking normal to us. You know, NASCAR with traitor flags and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, full of obese people, that's completely normal to us. You know, a rap video with fucking some motherfucker with dreads and a bunch of blood diamonds and shit that's normal to us, you know. Fake lips, fake ass, fake titties, thousands of dollars, you know, a life savings in most parts of the world are spent on, like, some fake butts, some fake butt cheeks. And, you know, that's normal to us. And that's no accountability. That's just not being able to smell your own shit. That's being able to look at somebody else and judge what they're fucking doing and saying, wow, that's obviously that's oppressive. Obviously that's self-harm. Obviously that's counterproductive. You know, and it permeates. And that's the biggest problem, I think. You know, is that we want everybody to accept us individually as we are, and we don't want the same for everybody else. We have this idea of how the world should be, and what is righteous and what is fair is whatever fits into our perspective. You know, we don't think about cause and effect. We don't think about that if we do this and if we have this, then this is going to affect this person or this is going to affect this person. It's just like, hey, I know that in my heart I feel like a righteous person, and whatever I got to do to keep this simulation in my head on track and what fits into my views, then yeah, then that obviously fits within the realm of what's righteous. You know, so you fix you fix the world. You fix America, the rest of the world falls in line. You know, you don't have to worry about anybody else. You don't have to worry about what they're doing in China. If you can figure out why we're so fucking extreme here in the opposite direction, you know, like what hole is in us that makes us so fucking violent and crazy. And like, we have to consume, like we have to feel, in America, we gotta feel good right now. That's why we eat a cheeseburger twice a day, because we need to feel good right this second. It's almost like we don't feel like there's a tomorrow. It's not that we're just some off the chain, you know, Caligulas. I mean, some of us are. Well, a lot of us are. But it's just, a lot of it comes from that I just want to feel good right this second. Just because, you know, fuck, you might not be able to. Life sucks so goddamn bad. I need the dopamine right fucking now. I need the serotonin right fucking now. So I'm going to eat this goddamn cheeseburger. I'm going to take this shot of tequila. I'm going to drink these beers. I'm going to fucking scroll on this motherfucking site. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to watch the colorful shit on TV because I just need to feel good so I don't feel bad. You know what I mean? Or not even feel good. I just need to feel occupied. One of my sensations needs to be being massaged. You know what I'm saying? And the easiest, cheapest way in a poor ass nation that's fucking masquerading as a rich nation is to eat, is to get dressed. I'm gonna go buy some new shoes today. See, that's accountability. That's the thing I gotta work on. I know for a fact the reason why I'm buying some shoes is tied to something. You know, when I was a kid, and you do better at school when you have on a brand new pair of shoes. I did. I don't know. I have no self-worth. It's tied to fucking capitalism. I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna buy some shoes today when I have other things to spend money on, because whatever. But now that I know that I'm doing that, you know, maybe I won't do it next time, or maybe I'll try to fill this hole some other way, some other positive way. But I am from LA, and it's going to be hard to beat that LA flossy capitalist pig piece of shit out of me, man. No matter how many hikes I take, no matter how much yoga I do. Boy, I do love looking spiffy, because I guess I'm just trying to steal that moment of fly shit. And that's what we got to figure out, you know? When we realize that, like, we are just a bunch of pig-ass zombies just chasing good feelings. Temporary, really small, really superficial good feelings. Then maybe we can figure out what else we could be doing, you know? Or maybe that's just it. But what we should do is stop fucking putting our bullshit on other people. If you hear something in the background, that's my kids. I film this. I mean, I record this in One of them I recorded in the cemetery across the street. One I recorded smoking in the living room. Right now I'm closed in my room, but I hear my kids closing in on me. But anyways, yeah. Well, I think I was saying something about finding positive ways to fill these holes and acknowledging that, and then not putting that shit on other people and being miserable bastards when we know the problem is us. We know the problem is inside of us, and we're fucking making the rest of the world pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's behavior right now shows you this, and I'm speaking for, America for the most part. Like, their behavior shows you it's a deep, 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 deep psychological default in our culture, our society, like our fucking collective consciousness, making us all behave like complete fucking stupid idiots, dude. And until we realize that it's us acting crazy, it's not like the system doing it to us, it's not the boogeyman. I mean, they do have their tricks, marketing and advertising. Yes, they do have their tricks and shit like that. But these are fucking elementary ass tricks. This whole fear fucking mongering both ways, this extremism on both sides and shit like that. This is a fucking basic trick that they're pulling. So, as a well-adjusted adult, like everybody seems to be claiming to be, everybody with an opinion, everybody who is so sure of the way that the world should be going, you shouldn't be complaining about a system, you know what I mean, that's so easily tricking you. You need that system. If you're so fucking fucking upside down in your thought process, you need this system to work for you. Because it's not the system fucking you over. It's you fucking you over. It's the way that you're responding to things that are fucking you over. It's the way that you're processing information that is fucking you over. The system is going to do what's best for the system, but that's the way it's always fucking been. You move freely. And what you choose to do with that, let's see, lifespan 76. Let's give you 85 years. I'm giving you a good sturdy 85 years to live. What you do with that 85 years, you can choose to be a complete maniac, devoting yourself and your time and your energy to strange things, and that will be completely on you. You will be manipulated along the way. Society will pull you in several different directions to try to get you to become a part of a thing, so that their thing becomes a bigger thing. So, that's up to you to recognize these things and to trust your own experiences. And that's accountability. If you trust your own experiences and you're honest with yourself, that's a level of intelligence that sounds super duper simple, but apparently it's ultra complicated. So let's just go look at some notes that I did have in my phone about things that had nothing to do with this show. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. What is your perfect day? If you had to commit to learning a new skill or to start a new profession to support yourself for the rest of let me read this right. Am I fucking retarded? If you had to commit to learning a new skill or start in a new profession to support yourself for the rest of your life, what would it be? I guess these are two separate questions. So, yeah. I don't know. Obviously, I can't hear your answer, but ask yourself that. What is your perfect day? I asked the homie that one time, and he had no idea. And it's funny how many people you'll ask that question that don't really know. So what would your perfect day be? And I don't mean like preposterous. I mean like, not like, yo, so I fucked Rihanna. Or if you're a chick, like you fuck, I don't know, Michael B. Jordan's a good looking guy. Or maybe Benicio del Toro's more your type. That's a good looking dude too. Or maybe you like the same sex. So then if you're a chick, you fucked Rihanna. And if you're a guy, you fucked Benicio. I don't know. Or how that, whatever you into, don't say no drastic version or no shit like that. You know what I mean? Obviously you didn't win the lottery, buy a Ferrari. I meant like in your life right now, what would be your perfect day with whatever you have access and shit like that too. So, I mean, I guess if you're a certain level of person, then Rihanna, having sex with her would be feasible on your perfect day. That's plausible. But, that's not in my life, So what would yours be? Your perfect day be? And the other question is, if you had to commit to learning a new skill, or you had to commit to starting a new profession to support yourself for the rest of your life, what would it be? You just got to do a complete 180 and do something else. What would you do? Or if you could relearn something. And I think I'm not sure exactly why I had this thought, but I think it was because I'm mad that I learned late in life. Actually, my wife, I mean, obviously this profession existed, but late in life, it was brought to my attention that there is a such thing as a underwater welder. And like, why the fuck didn't they tell me that in high school? That there was a such thing as an underwater welder. Why were they trying to make us all go to college? I like swimming. I'm like, was into crafting and shit like that. Like, my grandfather was a Navy fucking welder. Like, it never, not underwater, but he worked on the ships. He was a Pearl Harbor survivor. Somebody should have fucking told me, you should maybe look into being an underwater welder. And so I started thinking about that and all the other trades and cool ass jobs that never come across the table, at least to young black men. Because they make it seem like you need to go to fucking college and put on a fucking suit so that America will think you're okay. When really, like, the salt of this fucking country is people with awesome blue collar jobs, unions and shit. They start tricking you out of the union in high school, dude. You know what I'm saying? Could fucking go to college to do nothing. No direction. They could have sent me to get that fuck. Anyway, this started as an episode about accountability. This started as an episode about me and my growth. and now I've devolved into railing against my high school counselor. It's her fault that I didn't know. When really, I guess that'd be on my grandfather or my dad. But yeah, man. So look yourself in the mirror. Admit to yourself you're a piece of shit. Don't ask yourself, am I a piece of shit? Admit to yourself that you're a piece of shit, because you are. We all are. Until you fucking admit it and start like actively working to not be a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. Damn near like how you know, they say, and the Christians say you're born into sin until you get baptized and shit like that. Almost the same concept. You know, society turns you into a piece of shit at a certain point, you know, when you're very, very young. And you will remain a piece of shit until you're like, oh, fuck, I'm a piece of shit. And then you snap the fuck out of it. So, I hope you got something out of this high-ass rant of mine. The next time we're going to talk about something fun. So when you hear this, nah, I'm not going to ask you for suggestions because then you guys are going to start doing dumb shit. So nah, never mind. We'll talk about we'll talk about something fun next time. Or quirky. All this shit's fun and quirky. What the fuck am I saying? I'm amazing. This is He's So Well Spoken with Reese Rivera. I am your host, Reese Rivera. Josh, bring in the motherfucking theme music. Doom, 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 doom. Oh yeah, there should be a Cash App link on here somewhere too. Donate to us, dude. Let us have it. Give us some money. We're independent and we're old. Josh and I are older guys. So, you know, we're over 40. So, yeah, man, give us some money. We're just hanging in there, man. Playing fucking thread. Thank you. Goodbye. Cheers to your mama.